Alright, I'm going to do a video on illegal government censorship that's going on right now. Now, this video is not to prove that this is going on because, you know, I've documented so much shit. Anyone who's watching this is going to have an idea. I back up what I say. And, things about government censorship I've said for a while now. It's all been admitted, all confessed now. You got Facebook, Google and all that. They're going to court and saying, we're not doing this, we're not doing that, and then later they admit it, and it's all it's so this is not just that corporations. It's the government is the worst offender, even worse than these companies. Sorry for coughing. I'm not well. You probably already know that. So I'm going to show you what's going on right now. This technique has been going on for at least a year, maybe two. Maybe they developed it before this, but this is like a ghosting shadow ban kind of technique that they do because they're being watched now. They're watched by the US government especially, and they have to be careful about how they do it. So they do it in really cunning ways. As you know, with like shadow banning, shadow banning is not a legitimate banning. It's to try and censor someone without them knowing, and they so that they can get away with it. And if you look into the argument, you see it's this strategy involved of like plausible deniability. So here we go. Okay, I'll just minimize that. I'll just check if microphone's working. All right. So here's two of my YouTube accounts. Right, this one on the left. This is my new gaming account, and I've had to put a whole bunch of stuff back because my account was deleted from YouTube without any warning, no flags, nothing. I appealed it. They wouldn't give me an answer. They just you get the point. So if you see these work, like this one on the left doesn't have a image in the background yet because I've only just really made it. So if I go, I'm just going to do it in double like this so you can see both at the same time. So if I go to all kind of home, so we'll go Linus text tips. It all works, right? But if I go to the home page, it's empty, nothing. Well, I have to click on this and go somewhere else to be able to get off this. Look, it doesn't even show my account. All this stuff is blocked from viewing, right? We'll go to this one on this account. Same thing. It's all blocked from viewing. Well, it can't be cookies, right? We'll get to that. But no, it's on two different accounts. They're doing the same thing. Well, let's go to Edge, which no one uses, but I'm using it for this purpose. I don't have an account. I've actually deleted it. Look, I'll delete all my I've already deleted my cookies anyway. I've deleted all my temporary data. I've done this in various browsers. I've done this on various devices. So we'll go to YouTube. See, sign in. Haven't got an account here. We'll go to sports. That'll work. See, look, sports works. This works like normal. But if I go to trending, this will work. See, all works. But if I go to home, nothing. Same thing. Not even no internet files, right? This is also happening on other devices. The desktop version. It's not the mobile version. Doesn't seem to be affected. It is the desktop version on all devices, right? And so yeah, you get an idea with this. So what happened here was this started with I'll go back to my accounts. So we'll go. I'll go to my account. Oh shit! I'll have to censor that. And censor that. All right. So yeah, I'll just reprocess it later. So what happens is it's just the home page. It's one page, the home page, where you have all the suggestions and recommendations, right? To block you from seeing all the recommended videos because they're trying to stop this. So this is not an isolated incident. This usually happens all at the same time. So as it happened here, I first noticed this a few hours ago, and it all happened around the same time a few hours ago. Is I went to go to a Wikipedia page. I was going to give someone a link to someone or something, and it wouldn't load. I'm like, what, is my internet down? So I try this website, that website. Everything was working fine, but Wikipedia wouldn't load, and it will eventually end in a message saying that it looks like I'm not connected to the internet, but it only works on that web page. So this is how the the error messages have changed over time. But the way things work nowadays, if you're being blocked by government censorship, you'll get a message when you go to what's blocked, at least on Chrome and that, saying that you don't seem to have an internet connection or something. That's how it registers a bug. That's how it works presently. I don't know how long until they change it again, but that's how it's working presently. So if you go to a website and it has that kind of message, there's a good chance that it's actually being blocked by the government. So I got that message. I tried a few times and stuff, and I'm trying all around everywhere, and yep, it's just this Wikipedia. It's just not loaded. And then a few minutes after I'd figured this out and was looking into it, suddenly just works again, just like fine, like nothing ever happened. Well, knowing what I know about these things and these algorithms and the censorship tactics that go on, I got concerned that there's a bout of censorship going on. When I went to YouTube after that, I can't remember, I think I was going to look something up, which is unrelated, like shortly after this happened, and I noticed the home feed, as I showed here, the home page is not loading. It's the content of the home page. Everything else loads, but the actual content, the recommended stuff, and even their account stuff, it's being blocked from loading. Someone is blocking it from loading. Here we go again. Let's see the show. The rest of it works. The rest of the web page works, but this content here is blocked from loading. This is what happened on Facebook. Are doing this too. This is what happened to my friends list. I couldn't access my friends list. On my profile, my friends list wouldn't load. It's got nothing to do with cookies, got nothing to do with any temporary internet files, none of that stuff. As you can see, I've got two browsers here. I've got 3 browsers, one that I don't even use, which I've deleted all the temporary files and everything on. Still does the same thing. I've tried this on a laptop with completely different browsers on a laptop, exactly the same thing. So, Facebook did the same thing, where my account, I couldn't access my friends list, and other things were getting sequentially blocked from progressively. One thing after another would get blocked, and I'd have to find workarounds to be able to communicate with anyone. So this is the desktop version. So what we'll do is I can't remember the code. I've got the code written down here. Was it persist app m? We'll just load this. This will force, I couldn't remember the code right, so I'll just copy and paste it. So if I do this, it's going to load in mobile version, and it's going to load, see, it's going to load, oh, it works fine on mobile version, even on the desktop. See? So what happens if I go to, like, this is all going to be stuck in mobile version until I do this, to force it to go back. There we go. Yep. This forces it to load in mobile and desktop version. It stays that way until you change it back. So as you can see, it works in mobile version, but it's desktop version on all devices, right? And it can be related to your account or your internet connection. Well, I actually tested this on a mobile hotspot, so a completely different ISP, completely different connection on my laptop. Same thing, it won't load. I tried with Tor. Same thing, it won't load. I tried with a web proxy. hidemyass.com or something. We'll do this right now. We'll go hide my ass proxy. Hide my ass proxy. Okay, we'll do www.youtube.com. Watch what happens. What do you know? It works. It works through a proxy, but it doesn't work. So this is a blockage on my internet. Now, knowing what I know and my experiences, this is likely not just affecting me. This is not some kind of manual censorship just on me. There will be other people who are censored as well. I don't know the scale of this, but what I've noticed is I did some investigation into the YouTube algorithms in connection to this, and all at the same time, when Wikipedia went down like that, and YouTube went down at the same time and messed up like this, YouTube's still broken. The algorithms are all dramatically changed. So I can still search. What can I type in? Yeah, I'll do this. I'll just do Red Ice TV. So this is a. I actually criticize these guys a lot lately, but most of the things I say is true. But they're hypocrites, and long story there. But anyway, if you watch their videos, they say a lot of important truths, but they won't provide solutions, and they'll bait people into doing stupid things. Long story. But look, if you look in here, it'll come up the first one, and look at this. This is all criticism. None of their videos don't come up. Very few of them do. This is all. See, this wasn't like this. This is one of the searches I did to test. It was never like this before. It's all changed. All kinds of I did several searches, and they're all changed. The YouTube algorithms, they're massively censoring all at the same time. So YouTube are involved. Wikipedia is somehow involved, whether indirectly from being censored from some greater algorithm or something. But YouTube is directly involved with changing their own algorithms, and there's government censorship involved here. There's something just went down, and I'm almost certain that it's not just affecting me. It'll be affecting other people, like Facebook. You should see my newsfeed nowadays. It's horrendous. It's full of ISIS recruitment ads and shit, like sponsored ads, and the rest are from all these government departments, Australian government departments, promoting white genocide and invasion and jihad and shit. Seriously, from government organisations. It's ridiculous. It's horrific. That's what my newsfeed on Facebook spanned with. My Facebook account has been repeatedly messed with, and the government have logged into my account over and over and left their IPs, and I've traced these IPs back to government departments and shit, especially the police. But something just went down with YouTube has adjusted their algorithms dramatically to censor a lot of things, and Wikipedia and YouTube have been shut down. There's things I need people to help me test with, but I've done some testing, and while when Wikipedia was down, it was not working for me, but it was working everywhere else I checked, including Australian website checkers. This is not just affecting me. I don't know the scale of it yet, but something just went down, and it certainly it's beyond just me. Just like the sponsored ads I said on Facebook, there's like probably a few dozen of us that this seems to be, because the same people keep appearing, complaining about these ads, and the same people keep appearing on these ridiculous genocide ads and stuff from the government, and they're all of the same political orientations of me. I've never met them before, but they all keep coming up on the same shit, complaining, saying the same things as I do. There's a lot of evil, corrupt, criminal shit going on here by corporations and the government, and I just wanted to show this is what's going on. This no loading kind of crap, as you can see, it goes on. It's nothing to do with my computer. It's not even one connection. It's happening on two separate connections. My mobile internet was doing the same thing. So this is not a one-off thing. This is a lot bigger than that. I don't know how many people are being affected by this little scheme to censor and shit. But something just went down, and it's affecting an unknown number of people. I keep fucking it up and breaking it. So I think maybe this was intentionally not to load, so to block people. Someone's decided to block people from doing searches on certain things. So they've just disabled this shit for certain people so that they can't find certain information. That may be something that just happened or something. But I thought I'd show that this is going on. And I don't do this to prove that this is going on. Anyone who looks at my stuff knows this kind of stuff has been happened to me way over the top. Just shit, it's just unbelievable. But I wanted to show people that this has just happened. And if you're in Australia especially, just go onto YouTube on the desktop version on a laptop or a computer, and just see if your home page is looking like that yourself, and come back to me and let me know. I want to see who's affected and not, because I need people up at this hour to do some more tests with me. I can't do this by myself to find out more. But this is really messed up. There's multiple parties here. There's government, there's corporations in another country with the Australian government all working together for censorship shit going on under the behind the scenes, under the table. This is criminal, and what I keep saying, enforce the rule of law. Sort your shit out. Then start sorting them out. They won't enforce the law. You need to enforce the law yourself. You need to do whatever's necessary in self-defense, and that includes defense of other victims. You need to stand up and start fighting back for real. And you need to document everything along the way. But now I just wanted to show this video. This is what's going on. Alright, just as I finished processing the video, after several hours, it's been maybe 5-6 hours all up that this has happened. And suddenly, just as I was going to upload the video, it has fixed. So this is, I'll just show, we'll go, click YouTube. Click YouTube. As you can see, it's all working again. But let's do that search again, watch. See if the search is probably still the same. Yeah, the searches are all censored, everything's all censored, that's just a sample. Like if I do like white nationalism, because, you know, they've admitted that they're censoring this, look. No, this has changed. This was not like what it was. They've changed this one. This was not what had come up before. Nothing like this. And it's not nowhere near as bad as it was, but look, anyway, this happens, and the internet will like bug out like this, all over the place. Don't just dismiss this as just an unexplainable anomaly. This shit happens for a reason, and when they say, when they're forced to admit something happened, they'll make up an excuse, and they'll say something like they'll say, you know, we had a problem with this or that. They're lying. 99% of the time, they're lying. And if you look into what they're saying, it's absolute bullshit. When the internet bugs out like this, especially these days, when it bugs out this kind of way, this is censorship related. This is to do with under the table shit that's going on with international censorship. And when they do this, they do these little, they install us, they set something up, a whole new censorship scheme or something. This was what happens. Things get blocked, and they get bugged out, and they have to spend a few hours fixing it up. Pay attention to when things like this go wrong, because if you look into things historically, you'll see that on the rare occasion it's big enough that enough people start talking about that they're forced to say something. How many times do they get caught lying? Over and over and over again. So I'm going to upload this video just to show people something just went down over censorship. A whole new set of censorship shit was secretly installed and applied. And some of the YouTube algorithms are dramatically changed as a result. And just let it be known that notice that something happened, and that this happens under the table all the time. And they've been forced to confess this at this point. They're confessing this stuff now. And they lie in court hearings, get away with it. And, you know, the people who are pressuring these corporations and other government officials with this corruption and censorship and spying and stuff, the ones criticizing them, they're doing the same shit themselves. So, sort your shit out, then sort them out. Because you haven't got much time left. Realize the scale of censorship, all the stuff that you're not being shown. When you look for stuff on the internet, you don't know it's not there because it's being censored from the page. Sometimes they mess it up, and you'll see this. You'll see something that's, what the hell is that? Most of the time, you won't get to see how bad it is. You don't see how bad this shit is in the back end. When Edward Snowden said about Prism and stuff, far worse than that. That was like 20 years ago when that shit started. I knew about that 6 months after it happened, after they started it. Far worse is happening now. You need to do something about this. You need to stand up, sort your shit out, and start doing something about it. Stop complaining, start doing. Because you're out of time.